Welcome everyone to the first of the ranking videos I'll be doing on the BS Reviews channel. These videos will be, they won't have any script to it. It's just going to have the ranking that I see on the notes. That's all the notes I make. So lots of the stuff is off the top of my head. So this video will rank all the real life wrestlers in XWP. And there's been 8 of them that I'm counting in this video. Those who's only competed once, like Ric Flair, Tatanka, Lex Luger, those sort of guys, they don't count because it's just been one match, so they shouldn't really count. So, number 8, Zachary Gomez, probably the most forgotten real life wrestler in XWP history, mainly because he was only in XWP because I downloaded him thinking he was a call. Yeah, I honestly thought Zachary Gomez was a call, and I didn't realize that he wasn't a call until months afterwards, by which point he was already released from XWP. But his time in XWP was very short, very brief. He was only in the UK Championship tournament, where he lost in the first round. So, yeah, I think he also appeared in the NXT TakeOver Los Angeles Rumble, which Abigail won. Other than that, that's the only appearances for Zachary Gomez that I can remember off the top of my head. So that's why he's in number 8 on this list. Number 7. Cesaro. Cesaro's run in XWP, it wasn't really memorable or anything. They debuted at SummerSlam Season 1, defeating Seth Rollins in a match where the winner would get a contract in XWP. No, he actually defeated Alberto El Patron. Someone else defeated Seth Rollins, who I'll talk about a bit later. But Cesaro won. He moved to SmackDown and pretty much put over guys, didn't really win that much, facing guys like Antho, Lula, PJ Skills. His biggest match was probably at Destruction Season 1, when he competed in a Battle Royal to crown the number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, which Mario Sanchez would win. But yeah, Cesaro didn't really do much, didn't even compete at WrestleMania. His last match in XWP was the XWP vs WWE 1 year anniversary show that I did, where Cesaro teamed with Sheamus as the Bar when they were the Raw Tag Team Champions in real life, taking on the XWP Tag Team Champions, the Silver Brothers, in a losing effort. So that's basically all I can say about Cesaro in XWP. Number 6, Kane. Kane he's once again somebody who didn't do much, but there was a reason for his involvement, unlike Cesaro, which is why Kane is a bit higher than Cesaro here. Kane only appeared in one storyline. He debuted in the SmackDown after the Royal Rumble in Season 3. He faced the Caretaker after the Caretaker issued an open challenge to any former Undertaker WrestleMania opponent. Kane would lose that match and then get attacked by the Faces of Fear afterwards, and then Undertaker would make the save, leading to a tag team match at the St. Valentine's Day Massacre show, where the Faces of Fear would pick up the win, leading to the Caretaker versus the Undertaker at WrestleMania 3. So yeah, Kane's run in XWP was not long, but there was a reason for that to help build the Caretaker versus the Undertaker match at WrestleMania 3. Number 5, Goldberg. This one, well, I know people didn't like it. Yeah, people didn't like it. But better than Kane, Cesaro, and Zachary Gomez. He debuted at Worlds Collide and got into a scuffle with Silvio backstage, leading to a match at WrestleMania 1 where Goldberg would easily win. He would then main event SummerSlam Season 2 against Arrow for the XWP Championship, in that match, Mario Sanchez would come in, invoke his #1 contendership status, and win the championship. This would lead to Goldberg vs Sanchez at WrestleMania 2, which Goldberg would win, in a match that Doggy Dog rated 1 star. But it wasn't. It was not 1 star. That's just bias on Doggy Dog's part. And then after that, because I was sick of people constantly moaning about Goldberg, I released him. What I was set to have happen was Mario Sanchez defeat Goldberg at SummerSlam to get his win back, and then that would have been the end of Goldberg and XWP. But that didn't end up happening. Goldberg would end up returning in season 4, winning the Anarchy Championship and turning heel, playing off the fact that people did not like him in XWP, and then that would lead to Goldberg vs Silvio in a match that I don't really care about. People didn't like it, but whatever. It was just to right a wrong, give Silvio a win over Goldberg, give someone a win over Goldberg in XWP, and that gave Silvio the Anarchy Championship as well. So people didn't like his run, but like Silvio ended up getting his win back in the end. Yeah, there's 4 better than Goldberg and XWP. Number 4, Christian Cage. Here's one that I actually forgot about. This one, like, originally off the top of my head, I was thinking, oh, there's 7. There was Wentz, there was Goldberg, there was Kane, there was Cesaro, and then there's the 3 others after Christian Cage. But I forgot about Christian Cage, even though Christian Cage competed in 2 matches in XWP and was the Raw GM for quite a long time, actually. So he debuted early on in XWP, became the GM of Raw, and then his first match at Survivor Series season 1, when he faced the SmackDown GM, Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin was a SmackDown GM. There's, well, not a pop quiz question because no one would ask a XWP question, but that's beside the point. Steve Austin was a SmackDown GM at one point. Only 1 point, because what else did he do? I don't know. There was no point of that. But Steve Austin doesn't count. Austin only competed once in XWP. But Christian Cage did end up competing 1 more time, basically to write him off of XWP and stuff. Like write him out of the Raw GM spot when he lost to me at the Royal Rumble season 2. So yeah, Christian Cage, it was alright. Yeah, the match with me at the Rumble was pretty good. The match with Austin, good for the time, I guess. A good, alright. It was not amazing, but good. So yeah, Christian Cage's time in XWP, not bad. Number 3, Brian Zane. Here's one that will also appear in another list that I'll be doing for the rankings and stuff. All YouTubers in XWP, because, well, he's fit into both. Brian Zane had like a 5-6 month stretch in XWP in terms of XWP calendar. In real life, it was probably a lot shorter than that, because it came in 2017, where I have no idea how I uploaded so many shows in a year, but yeah, I did somehow. But yeah, Brian Zane debuted on the NXT after TakeOver Orlando, becoming the manager of the new NXT International Champion Brown Claw. And then because of that, he outsmarted Brown Claw. There was a tag team match, Brian Zane and Brown Claw versus Rebellion, David Mill, Dustin Martinez. The winner would become the NXT International Champion. Brian Zane would get the pin after Brown Claw did all the work. And then he managed to twist it in Brown Claw's mind, thinking, oh, Brown Claw's still the champion, even though Brian Zane actually won the belt. This would eventually lead to a match between the two at TakeOver New Orleans, which Brown Claw would win easily and win back the championship. Brian Zane would only compete 1 more time in XWP, in NXT as well, the next NXT show, where he lost to Brown Claw in a rematch. So Brian Zane's NXT XWP NXT career, pretty good. Yeah, I actually enjoyed the story. So yeah, like, compared to the other ones where it was not good, this one actually pretty good. Number 2, Chris Jericho. This one I really enjoyed his run. Like, there's not necessarily any amazing moments, but it was a good, solid run for Jericho. He debuted in SummerSlam Season 1. He was the one that defeated Seth Rollins at that show, and then went to Raw. He main evented Nightmares in the XWP Championship match against Johnny Extreme and Jacob Cass, which he would lose. He would then face Johnny Extreme at WrestleMania in a losing effort. He would then put over guys like Stunning Brad and Zachary Welsh before entering a feud with Mahadi Khan, leading to his final big match for that run against Mahadi Khan at Survivor Series, where he would lose and have to leave XWP. He would make a couple sporadic appearances since Royal Rumble Season 2. He had a surprise appearance in the Rumble. That was just as a surprise. Oh, it's the return of Jericho. Yeah, the surprise entrances are normally in Rumble matches. And then at Worlds Collide, actually, I skipped over something. At Worlds Collide 1, he would win the Worlds Collide Rumble. That was like his biggest win in XWP. And because of that, and because in the Worlds Collide Rumbles, there was one XWP winner, one IWA winner, one ECCW winner. So Worlds Collide 4, what we had was the XWP winner, Chris Jericho, take on the IWA winner, Arrow, take on the ECCW winner, Adam Alexander. In that match, Adam Alexander would pin Jericho, and that would be Jericho's last match in XWP, as all that was for Jericho was just to represent XWP as the winner of the Worlds Collide Rumble at the first show. So, that was basically Jericho's run. It was a pretty good run. Number 1, as if there was any doubt, The Undertaker. Undertaker, yeah, there's no doubt this was number 1. He debuted on the Raw after Royal Rumble when he attacked Mahdi Khan. This led to the match at WrestleMania, where Undertaker would win, and they would end up continuing the feud into Season 2 between Mahdi and Undertaker, where Mahdi would end up winning at Outlaw and then at SummerSlam. After a break, Taker came back at the Royal Rumble Season 2, eliminating Curtis Stunt. And this would start a feud between Stunt and The Undertaker. Stunt would eliminate Taker from the Elimination Chamber match. Then Undertaker would defeat Curtis Stunt at WrestleMania 2. They shook hands afterwards. And then Taker was gone for a longer time than the other break he had. And then he returned at Royal Rumble Season 3 when he was attacked by the Caretaker. This would lead to the aforementioned thing with Kane, and then the match at WrestleMania 3, Undertaker vs. Caretaker. The Undertaker picks up the win. Then Taker's most recent stuff, in Season 4, he was Anarchy Champion for a little bit before losing it at Worlds Collide 4, and then at One Night Stand, he was called out by Meg Elliott, who was wanting to prove he was not the weak link of his team with Curtis Stunt and Seth Turner. Although Undertaker would pick up the win in that match. And yeah, so that was Undertaker's most recent match. He'll still be in XWP, so his run will only improve, really. So yeah, that was all the real life wrestlers in XWP, ranked from worst to best. The next XWP, well, the next ranking video I'll do is all 5+ star matches in XWP, ranked from worst to best. I've been Brett Storm. I'll see you in the next video, which, well, the next video will be a CPV review of IWA SummerSlam Season 2. I'll see you then.